I'm calling you. I'm calling you.
Okay, hang on. Okay, you're on.
Yo,
What's up, bro?
Smirk, what's cracking with you, my brother?
Killer, what you got going?
Man, I've been chilling, man. We missed the out of you out here, bro. How you been?
I've been good, man. Mentally, spiritually. I've been on top of my shit. I'll be back out there, you hear me?
Man, we can't wait, bro. We've been praying for you.
Thank you. I need all the prayers. I appreciate you. I was telling him, I'm like, I thought he told you I didn't want to talk to you. I'm like, no, I ain't said that. I just haven't been calling nobody like that.
Yeah, nah, man. Listen. We all understand.
I'm gonna mute your mic, put it on yours so that they can hear it. The audio's better on your end.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so
Unmute your mic on the live.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, Smirk, man, 100%. I don't know why that's happening. Yeah, Smirk.
No, go ahead.
Yo, the whole hip hop waiting for you, man. I think we miss your presence. I know we locked in, and I seen what type of spiritual journey you was on. So like, I'm hoping you keep that up, man.
Yeah, ain't nothing changed, bro. I just been focused on life, my family and stuff like that. I'm trying to learn how to speak Arabic again.
Wait, how you learn that? Like, how do you get to learn that? They got classes?
You said I can't hear you.
Do they got classes for that? Or you just
No, it's a couple guys in here that know how to speak Arabic fluently. So I'm just learning the different words and tighten up my Arabic, just get my knowledge together for real. I ain't really on too much of nothing, bro. I don't even be thinking about the outside.
Really? Man,
yeah,
I see your father, like, he was speaking about you, and it brought me back to the conversation we had. Man, I see where you get it from, man. Like, your father's a stand-up dude.
Yeah, that's my wisdom right there. He be on point. Love him to death. What you been working on? What you got going?
Man, just hip hop is hip hop. Just did like some Kanye interview not too long ago, but man, this shit boring out here without you, bro.
Yeah, I'm really, I got a lot of stuff going on, bro. I ain't really too much focused on too much stuff that is like negative no more. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you on that. We was bumping your album over here. How is even releasing that from where you at right now? Cause your fans love you.
Honestly, bro, I ain't heard it.
Really?
Nah, they were telling me about the few songs, and they'd tell me to call back. I wouldn't call them back like that. But they was keeping me updated. But I ain't heard nothing. This is like a box of hell. We don't get no news, no talk, no nothing. If you don't call or somebody send it to you on the computer, it's a wrap.
Yeah. I remember. Who reached out to me? Duty Low hit me. It was just like, yo, send me an email. I'm gonna give it a smirk. And I was like, yo, definitely. I just wanted to kind of see like if you were in good spirits. So that's why I'm glad you on here now.
Yeah, I'm always in good spirits, bro. I be in my box. I don't really too much be talking to everybody or trying to be like in everybody's business or how everybody in my business. I really just been chilling, but I always send my.
This call is from a federal prison.
I always send my love out to everybody who who I fuck with and who I be talking to and rocking with. But other than that, I just read to myself.
How the fam been?
The family?
Yeah.
My family good. I talk to them. That's the only people I talk to is just the family and my lawyer for real. Just keep my spirits up, keep my energy pure.
How's your relationship with your family now that you're in there? Is it closer?
Huh? What you mean?
Like, are you closer with your family as far as your relationship? Being up in there talking to them every day?
I don't get what you're saying. You saying like as I'm close to my family?
Yeah, like now with all that's going on, has it brought you guys closer?
I always been close to my family. I'm a family man.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, Smurf. I've been, man. I know y'all was just wondering about your mental, man. I just saw you on this journey, and I seen how like even there's a few times you hit me up and you were just like, yo, I'm just checking on you. you know, that meant a lot to me. It wasn't even like nothing crazy going on, but you were just like, yo, Ak, I'm just trying to make sure you're good. I'm checking up on you. That told me a lot about your character and like really just you were in a really positive space, man. And
Yeah.
th-
Ain't nothing changed. I just don't be. I ain't no follower, bro. I ain't just too much in tune with the industry drama and all that shit. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I don't care who don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Vice
That's
versa.
what's up.
You still talk to me if they don't like me. It don't matter. But I ain't really been too much focused on that type of shit anyway.
yeah. What's a regular day like? Because you know, I know you getting in touch with your spirituality, your religion, and everything, but like, you know, everybody's wondering, like, man, I wonder what he's going through on a daily.
So I talk to my family, to my wife, 24/7. We be in just prayer, you know, learning Arabic. I've been in these books heavy, just read up on the history and just everything. I don't really be walking around talking and playing and doing none of that. We'll play basketball, but I always try to stay focused and busy. That's why I don't really talk to the outside like outside of the family, because I don't want to hear all the extra shit, the bullshit, the drama, the shit. I really
Mm-hmm.
just, yeah, you know, I just really just stay in the learning mode.
Hey, I know you cooking them niggas and balling there, man. I know you was nice. You was nice out here. Don't tell me you lost the skills on you now. I know you cooking.
I'm like 50 and 4.
What y'all running? 1v1s, 2v2s? Like 5v5s?
2v2. No, 2v2s. I'm done. You hear me? My ankle gave out.
Oh, nah.
Not the day give out. I'm done though. 50 and 2. That's cool. You hear me? Like 50 and 4, I mean.
Nah, yo, Spurk, they probably just letting you win, bro. Like, ain't no way you cooking like that. Chill, chill.
Nah, it's good energy in here. You know, ain't too much nothing going on. If you ain't playing basketball,
We got
then you
we
just
got a minute left. So if there's anything you want to say, you have a lot of young fans that look up to you. Is there something you want to tell them?
you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Allah Akbar.
Yo, Smirk. Yo, listen, we love you, brother. You just stay strong. We rooting for you. We hoping you get through this, man. And we can't wait till I can't wait till you get out. We gonna lock back in. You feel me?
Yeah, you know that. I got you, buddy.
Always.
Okay, there we go. It was so hard. I was trying not the feedback, the
Yeah,
feedback.
no, it worked out eventually, yo. Yo,
Yeah,
shout out to Luce
I
for
gotta
that.
get myself like you act, with the mics and all that.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. By the way, thank you for that. Thank you for that. So wait. So how does the calls work in jail? Because it looks like
Man,
they get
it's
10
hard
minutes.
because they only give you 10 minutes at a time. So it cuts real quick. And in 10 minutes, sometimes you'll be like talking like, oh shit, 10 minutes just passed. It's so quick.
Yeah. So after they get off in 10 minutes, could they call back or do they have to wait a period?
So technically, you have to wait an hour to 2 hours, but as you can see, he calls from different. They have
They got
different
their ways.
people that
Yeah.
will let them call if they're not using their call. So he would buy people's calls. That's how he's able to call me so much every day. So when you notice when the call came in, it wasn't his name; it was someone else's name.
Yeah. Hey, so let me ask you a question. So how did and I didn't want to waste time asking them that, so I'll ask you. How was that first interaction? I don't know if Luce knew Durk before or
Yeah,
they
he
just
did.
okay, so they knew each other before. How did him coming in that unit and Durk is there? How was that? You know what I mean? Them kind of being around each other, and what's that dynamic like? Has Luce said anything about that?
No, he hasn't really said anything in regards to that, but they were cool. And as you can see, what Dirk said, he's like, he don't care if half the world don't fuck with you. If he fuck with you, he fuck with you, no matter what's
Smirk a
going
real
on.
nigga. Smirk's a
Yeah.
real nigga. I can't even lie to you. That's a
Yeah.
real nigga right there.
So he's not with all the internet dramas and the this and the back and forth. They've had a relationship before. Cannon actually has a feature from Dirk that hasn't been put out yet.
Really?
He has so many stuff in his computer, y'all. So many people try to discredit what he has done and the things he is. You don't realize people pay out people to take them off of credits.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that to where
Okay,
you'd be a
that's true
ghost
too.
writer or ghost producer and you wouldn't even know it. So of course, a lot of things that he said he's done, You're not going to see it on paper.
So they were trying to say that Luce was lying about a whole bunch of stuff, especially like music stuff. Um, you know, I'm guessing he probably won't have the chance to call back while we're on. But
Well,
what
but we'll see. We'll see.
what do you say to that? Like,
You know, people are going to always say what they want to say, but the proof is in the pudding. Don't he got a record with Nipsey?
you do. I looked it
Okay.
up. You do.
The pudding. Can't y'all see the music he drops? He can go in the studio and literally spit something from the head and record it in 1 or 2 takes and it's over with. You can't be a mediocre person and not be someone that's seasoned to be able to do that. I don't think people understand how it works in the record business when you're literally going to record it. Some even really established artists can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, they can't go in and say, okay, I'm gonna do this and be out in less than 10-20 minutes. He
Yeah.
can record a whole song in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think for whatever reason, because some people got introduced to him like as this persona that
Right.
they
They only know the
yeah
sweet Luce Cannon.
they haven't
They
seen him.
don't know Tremaine Williams.
No, exactly. And to that point, it's like, for example, when like I quote unquote blew up, and a lot of people knew me for this guy who was reporting the news, talking about what's going on in the industry. That they were like, okay, he's never been a DJ. It was like I did DJ. I DJed for years, but now, but that wasn't the thing that made you know me, right? And maybe it's that. So yeah, I think that's why people they would want to see him do music. Did he ever think about doing music? Because he started to generate a buzz with his name, though.
Absolutely, absolutely. He did music back in the day, and then he took a break and just produced. So now he's back in it. He dropped a couple of records already, and we're in talks with doing a deal with I can't say just yet until we pen it, but for his new record, Do Something. I don't know if y'all ever heard anything. Just type in Luce Cannon, Luce Cannon, and you'll see most of his new records that popped up. We got Do Something. We got Rich Slide. We've got America's Most Wanted. That's featuring Quilly from Philly. We got a lot. I don't know if you can, act when you get off the stream, go, play some of his records to some of your fans, because that's another way you can support him, by streaming his music and spreading the word out there like that. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Y'all see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Let's get it. I may have you do your thing because your audio is way better than mine.
Yeah, you can just add me in.
Yeah.
This call is recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To hear the cost of this call, or now.
Okay, call me now.
Speaking now.
Hi, baby. Hang on, I'm gonna connect you with Act. Hold on. Okay, you're on.
Luce.
What's up with that?
What's good with you, man? I see you still, making plays in there, man, doing your thing, huh?
Yeah, still. Yep, still doing my thing. How everything going with you?
Everything's good, man. I want to say I appreciate you for connecting that up. That was huge. I think that might be the first live, conversation that we had with Smirk. So that was kind of dope. So I appreciate you for connecting that up, though.
No, of course. Anything that I could do, I can always help. You always support me. I appreciate everything that you've been doing for me. You get what I'm saying? You always, stick up for me.
Yeah.
And they run good content.
Yeah. No, of course. Hey, so I know you like very much in tune, and I was actually just speaking to your wife about this. Like, I asked Durk the same thing, but I want to ask you, what's your day to day? And I want to know what happened with the brick situation. What happened there? Because I'm hearing.
Oh, yeah.
I heard a story can't be true. I heard he asked you for a fade, you turned it down, and I'm like, that's not Luce. That's AI.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just the most goofiest shit in the world. So basically, he was messing with a trainee. And when he was messing with a trainee, I told Brick that ain't good. Brick was.
Wait. Whoa. He was messing with.
And I could put everybody on the phone right now. On Neighborhood Crib, he was messing with a trainee. I went big on him.
Wait. In jail?
Hey, C-Cat.
Wait, hold on.
Hey,
Stop
Jeff,
it.
you go call
Hold
C-Cat.
on.
Yeah. He was messing with it on training, and then I went big on Cuz, and then I told Cuz, I said, listen, bro, that ain't the hood, or where I started yelling at him and screaming at him. I said, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Wait, so you called
And
him
then next
messing with
thing
a
I know-
transgender individual?
Listen. Hey, C-Cat, there's Akademiks on the phone, right? What's Brick Baby fucking with the training downstairs? Hello?
Yo, what up, man?
What up, homie? Hey, man, look, bro, dude is strange, bro. You know what I mean? And I ain't, you know what I ain't in here, but he's strange. He was asking me for grease when he could have had a gang of homies up down there. You know what I'm saying? So, gotta tell you right there. You feel me?
So Brick is messing with the community like that. Whoa.
I mean, he should have asked one of the homies for some grease. It's a gang of niggas down there that had grease. He go ask the trainee, my nigga. I don't know what that all about. Then he filled his own mouth, right? He like, man, the trainee give me Google eyes. So I'm like, damn, nigga, like if you trying to give you Google eyes, go check that nigga.
Wait, hold
But,
on,
you know,
Wait, so what's grease? Like, what does that mean?
like some hair grease. You know, nigga got dreads, right?
Oh, okay.
I got dreads. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So I'm not gonna go ask no trainee for no grease. I'm gonna wait till I buy my own shit. You know what I'm saying? But he went to ask the trainee for some grease. Then we had a meeting and we told another nigga we don't get out like that. The nigga said, man, the punk give me Google eyes. So I'm like, nigga, go check the nigga. But he didn't go check the nigga. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Now, what they say that Brick Mata got turned out like when he was free by Adam 22.
He told me he was like Adam introduced him to that, so it's no problems. I'm like, cuz on 6-0, like bro, you in jail, like cuz this is weird.
Oh man. So wait, so after that conversation, did he ask you for a squabble?
Hell, no, he told the police and they rolled me up out of that unit.
What do you mean? He told the COs? Brick?
Yeah, he told the COs and got me up out of there, me and my cellie. And then there's like 5 other cribs.
Damn. Okay, so that didn't happen because that's what we heard. Supposedly he was mad that you claim his paperwork wasn't right or something.
No, it wasn't no claim. I'm the one that cleared up his paperwork with the child abuse shit.
Oh, so they were looking at it. Oh, okay. So then they move you into this new unit, and I guess this new unit has like people who are high profile because if you have Smirk around,
from a federal prison.
You said what?
if Smirk is around, like this got to be like the high profile level, right?
Yeah. It's the high profile level. So it's like where all the where the actors at, where everybody that's active at.
But,
So no, he can't come on this floor.
now
Like,
I gotta ask you.
he's a sweetheart.
Now I gotta ask you because they're gonna say it online. They're gonna say they moved you to the PC floor. That's why you on the floor with Durk.
What?
Because Durk.
Okay.
They're saying Durk is in involuntary, protective custody because of his stature. Even though I think.
Yeah, right. Feds don't have PC.
Oh, okay.
On here, you know what I'm saying? So it's totally different. No, we just in here. We're all gang members. I could have 30 gang members right now and tell you where they from. That's active in here. Fatstone, where you from? You from Blackstone? Where you from, CJ? 6-7. Right there. Hello.
Oh, what up, man?
Hey, Trey. What's going on, gang? What's the big old deal?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling. How everything with you?
Yeah, we right here chilling. Right here chilling. Trying to get back to the house as everybody, but we right here, all active members.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, man. Keep holding it down, man. Keep doing your thing, brothers.
Yeah, hold on. Real active member, 6-7 neighborhood crib, baby in bang though. Yeah, nigga ain't up here with no PCers though. On the dead homie, smash out everything that's coming this way, that's bad. On the set though. Free us, free the real.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, real active. Yeah, what's happening? It's NBA 3, real active from LA, A-Trey Gangsta Crip.
Oh shit.
Ain't no PC shit.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we the young niggas out. Yeah, we the young niggas out the A-Trey Gangsters and dogs. NBA 3.
Word, man. Yo, salute to y'all, man. Hold y'all head, man. We praying for y'all boys.
Hey, Kale.
Yo,
all right, good looking.
Yo, Luce.
Yeah.
Remember you have to get grabbed, no knockout in the ass. You know, keep your hands up out there. Real nigga coming home, and the notorious pussy seller. You know, the one dweller.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hello. No, but listen, it's all gang members, all active in here.
Yo, Luce, has anybody tried to test you? Anybody try to like test you, like to see if you like that?
Yeah, of course, and the shit went all bad for him.
Okay.
And here, you know, I run all over here. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm the king of LA.
Okay, all right. So ain't nobody little boying you up in there. Ain't nobody pressing you.
No, hell no. Ain't nobody gonna never do that. If somebody think they gonna do that, it's gonna be all bad for them.
Oh shit. Okay, all right.
Honey, you're on live.
Yeah, your wife.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, your wife just want to acknowledge you.
Hey, definitely.
Yo, Luce, what's the current status of like, are you and Wack cool or like, what's your relationship right now?
Yeah. We cool. I just don't know what Wack is doing out there. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like Cuz supposed to be my man, and you know nobody would be running content if I was out on the streets.
Yeah,
and that's a given when it comes down to everybody that's speaking. Everybody would be on their best behavior.
Yeah. So do you think you think he's running content on you or something?
No, I'm just saying like everybody that's doing it. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, so he should check them niggas for you, right?
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, Wack know what's going on. But you know, Wack, he got a you know what he's doing. But you know, that's my guy, so I don't want to speak indirect or anything like that. But you know, I love him to death. So at the end of the day, it's like we'll figure it out when I get out.
Yeah. No, I get you. When's the next time you're going to court? Like Sharice was telling me that you guys are trying to get a bail hearing. The people need you out here. They need to hear you. You know what I mean? Like, just be on your sweetie type of vibes. You feel what I'm saying? They need you back out.
Yeah, sweetie. We need sweetie all in the chat.
Now everybody spam on sweetie in the chat one time for my man Luce Cannon, man. Everybody. Hey, by the way, Tory Lanez isn't federal. Tory Lanez is and he's in prison. Yeah, I can't believe.
Yeah, but I left. I left Young Boy in Casanova and Pahrump like a month ago.
Oh, you were in there with Young Boy and Casanova?
Yep. I just left him.
Really? Yeah, Young Boy is now free. Casanova, I guess he's still in the he's still locked up. Oh wow. I mean, how different is it? And like, you know what I mean? You don't seem like you're in a like you're depressed and like that. How different is it from like being like
he got cut off. The 10 minutes has ended.
Okay.
So we have to wait for if he may call back. I wasn't paying attention. I would have given you guys the 1 minute mark. My bad.
Yeah.
Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, that was DJ Vlad. I don't even know if he's watching the stream. But
he probably is. You know, he probably is. I just wonder now that all this is going on with Big U.
Yeah.
What Vlad got to say? You know, that used to be his partner. You know, what I'm
that used to be Vlad's man. I mean, I think he's probably in disbelief.
You know what I'm saying? He used to talk all this big talk about he don't want Luce on his platform because you know he lying on Big U's list and this, that, and the third, and you know now what he thinking.
Oh, that might be interesting. Hey, by the way, speaking of which, do you know, obviously we hope it never gets to any situation like this, but Big U, from what we hear, is this decorated super gang leader or whatever that had so much power. You know, I said when he was going to jail, when he started naming names, and he was like, oh, 600 Wack, and he mentioned even Brick Baby and Luce, like he was kind of almost, at least for definitely Wack and 600, he was putting a target on their back. The judge basically agreed with that. Do you ever feel in threat because, you know, he might be looking at you and being like, yo, I need to send a message to Luce. If I can't do something to Luce, let me do something to Luce's woman.
Listen, first and foremost, I'm very, very good over here. Good. Nobody is scared of nothing. Okay. Second of all, he'll be a fool. Okay. God, cameras wrapped around the whole block. Okay,
As you should.
I wish it would, because then I'm not like my husband. I'm gonna tell.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's all you got to do. Exactly.
here's the video. Here you go. Let's believe that. I'm not from the streets. I don't do none of that. No, we good. All right. The second of all, I'm fully prepared and fully locked and loaded. So try me if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this whole like I feel like this whole indictment is like this murder stuff, which they just want Big U. They just put a bunch of fluff onto it. And I think that's why they're like catching up people like Luce and everybody else into it. So you had mentioned this earlier, just for the record. The robbery that they're trying to claim that Luce did on behalf of Big U, and they're saying, oh, he corroborated by speaking about it on a podcast. Essentially, you're saying, no, he was talking shit, maybe knew about, maybe heard a story in the hood or whatever, and he's just repeating it, but there's no proof that he actually did none of this shit, right? That's what you're saying, right?
You know, it's just really unfortunate because Cannon's situation is a lot different to a lot of the others that's on this indictment. They actually have zero proof, no wiretaps, no video evidence, nothing, just all hearsay. And you cannot use your own words against you. That's one thing in a court of law. So what they're doing is using his own words in collaboration with what someone else is saying, which that someone else has been working for the government for how many years, and is just trying to take off time for all of his crimes that he's done, to where you don't know what if he's being actually factual. And truth be told, when did he tell the police this story? Did he tell them after he heard the podcast? All of that, y'all need to understand. It goes into effect. Like, okay, when exactly did he tell y'all this story that Cannon was at this alleged incident?
Oh, that's the dispensary guy. He's cooperating, right?
Oh yeah, he been cooperating. We got his paperwork. He been working for a minute.
Oh wow, holy shit!
He got proper bricks, everything from the moon to the sun. And if in fact, y'all need to think about this, right? If in fact he was cooperating, this alleged incident that happened, did you turn in that money to the feds after you got your payout? Because if you didn't, then you were part of the crime, sweetheart.
Ooh, okay, so he probably didn't. He might have backdoored that. Okay, that's crazy.
So you're not a victim. You're actually a criminal too.
Wow. I'm pretty sure Luce would know because I don't know if they've turned over Discovery yet. How many people are telling? Does Luce got the work? Like as Wack would say, does he have the work? Not none of the familiar faces though, right? I just got to make sure Brick Baby not telling because you know what I mean.
I honestly I cannot say right now, but best believe it's a lot of people that you'd be shocked about, and it's just unfortunate. You know, it's really unfortunate. But with the protective punitive orders that our legal has, there's nothing that we can really say in regards to that.
Okay, let's at least talk about this. You think Brick was fucking with that tranny? Like, come on now, like.
Well, I believe he probably got the grease for his hair.
Hold on, and hold on. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, we from the island. What type of grease?
Yes.
What type of grease? Type of grease? Like, we gotta figure it out. Chat, what type of grease you think?
Yo, when we both heard that story, we both grabbed a drink real quick. So you pour your shot. I got my good whiskey here.
Yo, everybody in my chat saying that's that buka. I don't even know what that is.
That's what he be saying.
Oh, that's like some bati manting or something? Like, what was that?
No, so Brick Baby got this thing where he go buka. It's really crazy. I don't know what it means, but
oh shit. Somebody says, yo, they say you look like Faith Evans now. They're so thirsty for you.
I've gotten that many times too, especially when I was younger. I got it because I was heavy in the music business, and I would be around Jay-Z, Diddy, all of them, and they would all call me Baby Faith.
Oh, yeah, they're in here wilding. They're trying to get you to stand up, do it. Now I get what they mean by 360. They want you to do a 360. Like, no, nigga, this ain't OnlyFans. That's disrespectful. That's my man Luce's wife.
It's so silly. Yeah, but I retired from the entertainment business for a while actually. I just wanted to do things that I wanted to do and have fun and let my hair down. I was raised in the classical world. I went to Manhattan School of Music where it was all snooty and straight, and I did such things so proper. I really didn't show my ass. I was so conservative to where I was kind of doing my Miley Cyrus moment where I was
Yeah,
like, frig it, let me loose type of thing.
yeah,
You know, so during COVID, I said, frig this. I did things always by the book. I didn't go suck, fuck, like all that. I didn't do none of that.
yeah,
But at that very moment, I said, I'm going to live my life now. I don't care about what anybody got to say. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to go do what I want to do. I'm going to go,
yeah,
I'm single, right? So if I choose to mess with somebody, I choose to mess with them. It is what it is. It's not for no, I'm trying to get to the top or not. No, it wasn't about that. At the
yeah.
time, I was just, having fun. And if it got me somewhere, it got me somewhere. Because best believe, if I were like Madonna and carried knee pads to meetings, I would have been probably a lot greater than I was.
Hey, hey, did you hear about your ex Sneaky Link setting up Shannon Sharp?
Who?
Shaq.
Who? Shaq is not my ex sneaky link. Cut
Hey,
the shit.
hey, ain't that was the story you told me?
No, the Cannon
Oh no, it was
messed
Luce.
with
Luce was
yeah,
smashing Shawnee. Oh my
yeah.
bad, my bad, my bad, my bad.
Shaq is family. He would never disrespect me like that.
Oh no, no,
No,
no, no, no. I was just saying he lined up on my man Shannon.
I saw that.
That shit was crazy, right? Hey, what's up
Shit.
with you and your boy Lemmy? Like, I know you don't fuck with him still, probably. Do you?
You
No.
know that is behind me. There's nothing for me to talk about.
It-
I'm not even that chapter of my life is past.
that's good. Hey, are you I know you say you're filming a reality show currently, right?
Hmm.
Like what type of reality show are we talking about?
It's based around this story. It's based around what's going on in my life right now. You know, and it's women. It's going to be 5 women, and all of us have dated somebody in the street. So it's called The Real Gang Wives.
The
Instead
real
of Mob
gang wives.
Wives, Gang Wives.
Nah, that hits. What could you divulge any of the other is there any notable like we know you, is there any other notable wives or who have they
Absolutely.
dated?
I can't say just yet, y'all. I just
Don't
already
tell me you
gave
got a
y'all.
big U wife on there.
Huh?
Don't tell me you have big U wife on there. Well, do you have a
I
wife?
can't. I can't tell y'all who's on there.
You got brick
You
baby
know,
baby moms on there?
I can't tell y'all who's on there.
You're cool with brick baby moms though, right?
I can't tell y'all who's on there.
No, I'm not saying she on the show, but you're cool with her though, right?
Yeah, we were cool until
Oh, you
Brick
went
tried to
left.
be funny. So she right now she on timeout.
You know who you got to put on the show? You got to put
Who?
R&B. We got to see
I
that.
I was she is a potential cast member.
Let me see
Mhm.
who else. I don't know.
Look at you, cast. You want to cast the show?
Nah. I'll be. There's a lot of like some notorious gang dudes who I'm like, yo, I wonder what their woman is like, or like what their woman got to deal with. So wait, I see you also shut down this idea, right? Which I'm glad you did, and you shut it down forcefully, which you should. Because as soon as somebody gets incarcerated, I mean, obviously I wasn't even gonna ask Dirk that, but like some of these knuckleheads really believe that like as soon as somebody gets locked up, their girl is going. Like people are saying, oh, India is already gonna be going. Like Clay, that's like his wife. They actually got married, mother of his
Mhm.
kids. Like I actually do believe if a woman would even step out before you even go to trial, that's a really horrible woman. You get what I'm saying?
That is a bad look. Absolutely. Truth be told, I don't even like to go nowhere outside of maybe getting something to eat with a family member. If that, the most you'll see me go to is church.
Would
I'm
you
not
say
even I'm not even trying to be partying. Like, what does it look like you partying while your man is going through something like this? It doesn't make any sense.
the
You know,
dude Munchie B was trying to say that you would be going?
Munchie B can't even see where I go.
Wait, he can't see?
Oh, you didn't know?
No, wait, what do you mean he can't see?
Well, allegedly, who knows at this point? But allegedly he's supposed to be blind, and I don't know.
Wait, he's
I
like a blind Crip? Is he a Crip or a Blood?
I don't even know. I don't follow his story. I just know that he's a troll and he keeps talking nonsense. He's never met me a day in his life, and all of a sudden he hates me for life. I don't even know. I guess guilty by association because you don't like my man. But at the end of the day, it's just like can't be messing with him because he started with him first.
True.
So of course he gonna talk about his peanut butter ass and come on.
Peanut butter. What? Okay. Oh,
Oh, you didn't know? Mm.
I've been hearing about some peanut butter stuff, but I don't know why they keep mentioning
Yes,
peanut
he
butter.
was in jail, and apparently they stuck some stuff up his booty hole.
Was it peanut butter or like some other stuff?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay, that's some other. Hey, the day that Luce got arrested, were you there?
Yes, I was.
Could you describe that day? Was it at the house? Did you guys think or know that they were like? Because I would imagine they would maybe have been surveilling him. I know the day before he was at No Jumper. Describe what happened that day.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. He wished they did get him at No Jumper because he's like, man,
That went
I drove,
viral,
I
right?
drove hours back to Vegas just to get picked up and held almost a month in freaking Vegas detention just to get transferred. It just delayed so much, you know.
Yeah.
He wish they just took them both there. You know what I'm saying? Especially even Brick, because you know what they do when they go to your house. It's just traumatic to the family. You know, Rick's wife was telling me, you know, the babies are screaming, "Don't do that! Don't take!" Like it's traumatic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The way they went in and messed things up and ransacked things, and you know what I'm saying? They looking for pieces, they looking for this, that. It just was a lot, right? So it's just like, why not just you know this is about to go down? Just get them there quietly. Like, why do that? I feel like they enjoy tormenting
Yeah.
people like that, and they put on their suits and their gear, and it's like, oh yeah, we got to get this, you know. It's like a thrill to them, you know. So we got the word. I don't know if it was like 9 a.m. I was supposed to actually go get a facial that day, and I was like, baby, I'm gonna have to cancel this facial because I don't know, you know, if when I leave and you here with the baby, if they come to the house or whatever.
So
You
he
know,
knew he
he's like,
was wanted then, right? Because
knew. Well, we saw the news. It said he was captured. So when they
So
said in custody, he wasn't in custody at the time they
really,
announced it. I think they thought his brother was him, and they were transferring. When they figured out his brother was not him, then they were like, "Oh shoot, we don't got him."
so then what happened? Did he turn himself in, or did they like kick the door down?
We anticipated that they were going to come, so what we did was we went to a hotel. So we were heading to the hotel, and literally within that moment is they met us at the hotel, like they knew we were there.
They
It's
met y'all
crazy.
at the hotel. Yo, the fans is different.
We didn't even get to check in. We didn't even get to check in. So it's like, I am so glad we did that because they didn't come and ransack things and mess things up. And it could have been a whole lot worse. You know what I'm saying? They could have damaged the house because they just love to do that, you know? So
Wow.
we purposely did that just so that we can not have no issues where they, you know, mess things up. So
Did they seize anything from the house? Did they use a search warrant and like try to go through things? No.
no,
Okay,
they didn't
that's
even come to the house. No.
really
Mm.
wow.
No, and truth be told, you know, I have tenants at my house right now. So
Yeah.
I you know, I have other properties that people don't know about. I'm not even at the house on Aberdeen, like people want to say. You know, that's a rental property.
Really.
Mhm.
Hey, there's this woman online that she's saying that she's his real wife. You know who this
We're
person
not
is?
even gonna talk about a non-factor. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't care. Let's skip next.
Okay. So all right. So we don't know
Next.
that person.
We're not giving her no more clout, no more time of day. Next.
Oh, you dealt with her already. Okay.
Yes.
Some.
She's gonna deal with my lawyers. That's so talk to my lawyer. Don't talk to me.
Oh, you got to hit her with that lawsuit. Oh, she been talking crazy. Oh, you got to hit her with that
Talk to
lawsuit.
my lawyer. You're not even gonna get it no more from me.
Oh shit. Somebody says what? Somebody says you look like you have good skincare. She probably does get facials. What are they talking about?
Yeah. We're talking about me going to get facials. I do take care of myself. You know, that's one thing my mom taught me, you know, to drink lots of water. You know, wash your face twice a day at least. You know, some people don't do that. You'd be surprised. People don't wash their face twice a day. They don't even more or
Right?
less brush their teeth twice a day.
Yeah, no, definitely. Somebody says, what are y'all talking about? It says, no, she's not standing up. Like, ask some like constructive questions. Wait, okay. So we have a new. Would you ever? I know the last place y'all did a reality show. The last one was what was it?
Baddie and the Beast.
The what and what?
Baddie and the Beast.
Baddie and the
So
Beast, right?
That was our TV show that we produced and licensed to Urban Flicks. We own the rights to it right now. I'm in talks with licensing it to another network and working on season 2 of that as well.
Would you ever consider going to like? I know Whack, his artist, Ray J owns Tronics. Would you think about Tronics? I know Zeus is probably off the table, but what other like competitive subscription networks are out there that you're thinking about?
Yeah, I'm open for whoever got the bag at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's not about anything but that, because truth be told, the show will push itself, especially with all that's going on right now. Y'all see the algorithm. You see the numbers. The numbers is numbering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're getting 2.8 million impressions right now, easy on a slow day, and I don't even really post like that. So it's just, with all that being said, that's worth something to a network. Right now I have 3 deals on the table for the real gang wise.
Hey,
And it's a matter of a
I think
deal.
I don't know if Whack is watching. Well, I don't think he's watching because he says he's in the movie theaters, right? He says he's in the theater, movie theater. Say I'm in the movies. I'm just getting a text. He's. Is this your nickname? He says, "Do you have Sharice on or you have Gigi on? Who else Gigi? That's you?
No, that's not me. That's the non-factor.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right, all right. Let me see. All right, yeah, no. I don't know what Whack is talking about that, but yeah, all
So
right.
I mean,
So
he's doing numbers in the federal prison. So
yeah,
you
okay.
know,
Tell me the strategy because this is what some people are confused by, right? Some people are like, listen, this is probably the first time ever that they're seeing content being done in real time from people who are incarcerated. What is the strategy here? Is it a strategy to get the AdSense, dollars still coming in? Is a strategy? Let's keep the name and the brand up because we're building something. Is a strategy? Let's use this as an outlet to give our side and be able to speak to the people. What's the strategy of all of this?
absolutely. The strategy is just that we are giving the people from the outside what we're dealing with here firsthand, without others running a narrative or giving their opinions on what's going on. You're hearing it from the horse's mouth. You're hearing it from our side. You're seeing what we go through daily. You know what I'm saying? And it also keeps his head in a good space of, okay, let me, take things off of my mind besides this. Like this makes him happy.
Yeah,
So if this is making him happy, I'm gonna continue to do that at the end of the day.
yeah. Do you know how much time he's facing?
No. How would you know? How would you know? Of course, we're gonna know each charge, holds up to 20 years, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's if the charges are what the charges are. And of course, it's cost less for the government to go to trial. So I mean, it costs more for them to go to trial. So they're gonna want to try to give a deal, you know, and say, okay, will you take this? And we skip trial. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
How the 8 months since you've given birth, now the father of the child is removed from the home. How difficult and what are you going through like personally? You gotta mentally still support Luce. You gotta be there, be on calls with him. But you have a very young child that you have to tend to and care for, and then you got to get mommy got to have a life too. So how do you juggle everything and what's your day to day and what are you going through?
It's been very, very difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't really show my weakness online. I'm not one to do that. I don't like to do that, unless, it's part of entertainment and, okay, I say, okay, I'm gonna let go. But what's really happening to me right now, it's hard for me to just let that out. I'm not gonna cry on here. I'm not gonna be doing that because I have to be strong, not just for myself, but for my son and my husband. You know what I'm saying? And it is hard. I'm not even going to say this is the easy thing for me. I see everybody's comments, I see everybody's, stories and this and that and the third. And instead of the positive, people love to focus on the negative. So I'm not going to give them no more negatives to focus on to talk about me and what I'm going through. I'm going to just be the strong woman that I am and that I was raised to be and be there for my children, and my children, I mean, I have, family that I also take care of. I have kids that I take care of in Africa. I have adopted. People don't know the things that I do. A lot of people just see what they see, but they don't know the things that I'm actually a part of, the
Mm.
businesses that I got. So it's a lot that I'm handling and doing
Yeah.
outside of what you see in the forefront.
Yeah. Was this you and Luce's child? Was this your first kid?
Yes. Yes. And
Ah.
this was my miracle baby. I'm not even gonna hold you. You know, a lot of people don't know we've been through a lot. Like I personally, it was hard for me to have a baby because I suffer from PCOS. One, I'm a negative blood type, which means my blood type it attacks anything foreign in my body. So if my baby doesn't have a negative two, it's going to push it out. So I've suffered multiple miscarriages. We were pregnant with twins and we lost the twins.
Really?
Um, yes.
Wow.
So it's just been it's very difficult. I almost gave up. I'm not even gonna hold you. I almost gave up. And when we weren't even trying, we just was, living and just saying, let's just, give it a year of a break to just focus. The Lord blessed us. And he said, here you are, you're pregnant. When I got pregnant, I didn't want to get too excited because I had so many letdowns. I was like, all right, let me see how it goes at 3 months. I'm like, I'm not even gonna tell my mom. I'm not gonna tell like I because telling people and then losing the child is the most like hurtful thing because it's not that I'm just letting myself down, I'm also letting my family down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
So he was my miracle baby, and truth be told, I had him at 28 weeks. I thought I was losing him when I had him.
Really? Wait, 20 weeks. How many months is that?
7 months, 7 months.
Wow.
So I had him at 28 weeks. He was born 2 pounds, 6 ounces. I actually didn't realize, I didn't know. I thought I had a cold. We took a COVID test. It was negative at home. And when we got to the hospital, they said I had COVID, and that's what induced him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get
And
why you say miracle baby for real.
he's my miracle baby. I think he didn't want, he's like, you got to get me out of here so I don't get sick. And really and truly, he was negative. He didn't get COVID. He was perfect. To this day, I speak to some of the nurses that was at the NICU, and they said, it's crazy." They're like, "He had the perfect skin. He didn't have any breakouts. He didn't have any, whatever the cradle cap, all that. He didn't have none of that. It's just he was perfect." He said, "This is my time, and this is what it is." And I pushed him in 2 pushes, and he was out.
Really?
Mhm.
Nah, nah, definitely. Congrats, Hill. I know you're going through a lot, man. We rock with Luce. Again, one thing Luce gonna do, he gonna keep us entertained. I just, I'm hoping and praying that this all turns out good for him.
Yeah, yeah,
He,
and I retired from everything. I just wanted to focus on being a mother. But while he's gone, he's like, "Baby, I gotta pass you the baton, and I'm sorry, I gotta pull you out of retirement for a little bit so you can keep this going and keep everything rocking." I said, "Okay." So with all that I have going on, I'm also trying to carry the baton for him, just so that he's happy with all of that, because all his hard work doesn't go into waste.
yeah. And from everything I've seen from you, you seem like you're definitely dedicated and you're holding it down for him. I don't see how people could have any complaints or, they're gonna say what they're gonna say, but definitely you look like you're all the way in this corner and shit. I mean, y'all are family, so whatever is beneficial for him is gonna be beneficial for you. So,
Absolutely, and
I'm
we do
I'm
everything
hoping it works out.
together. Thank
Um,
you.
how long do you normally do this for?
About an hour, so we're definitely over my
Oh,
mark.
okay, okay, cool, 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 cool. But yeah,
Right.
then I just want to thank you again, and anything you need, just let me know.
And I thank you too for coming on here. You guys, you definitely have been holding it down, not just for me, for my husband, and we truly appreciate it. Listen, it's Caribbean thing here, so
Come
we
on now.
we connected right there, so.
Yeah, exactly. Of
And people
course,
don't understand. They be like, "How she just be popping out with his accent?" That's what we do.
that
You
is
know,
true.
they
True
don't
thing,
understand it.
true thing, of course. But yeah, Sharice, good talking to you. Listen, feel free to reach out if you need anything. My platform is always available
Appreciate.
for Luce. If he wants to say anything to the world, and I hope I watch a lot of his content even on my stream. I hope the
Mhm.
people in the chat do support and whatever you have initiatives. Like, please, guys, go please cop a shirt. Watch a video. I don't care if you guys got to go bump a song.
So Big U, you shouldn't be surprised with anything with Big U. Big U is basically an A1 extorter. Like, he is in the Cali culture with the checking in where you're gonna get robbed or hurt. It's basically like how mobs used to have business pay them for protection from them, which made no sense. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. If you're a regular civilian, honestly, like, bro, just don't go to the hood. You're famous. It's crazy. They probably look and see where all the famous people are staying at. If you don't check in, you'll get robbed. And that's only one gang, one set of the people. There's a bunch more other gangs that might still rob you. So, hey, man. But it's your boy Big Akademiks. Make sure you like, come subscribe. And I am out.